Where are all the haters at? The Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni haters. Where are they? Awfully quiet early this week. Actually, some are trying to find still some things to say negatively, but you know what? Whatever. Trending the AM, we're giving out the flowers to Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. We're giving the haters a chance to apologize. Trending in the AM, we're live in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. We're live, YouTube, Twitter, you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe. Those are the three most important things to do before getting your comments in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button as we build the STT Sports Network to a new level, to new heights every single day. The race to 500 subscribers are on, less than 110 subscribers to go, so please, we only get there if you hit that like and share and subscribe button, guys. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. You can find me at all social media platforms at Bearded Knowledge. You can also find me, on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network, hosting Golf Talk, so many different things on this channel. So, guys, make sure you're following along. I'd greatly appreciate that. And what are we talking about today? Excuse me. We're giving out more flowers. We're talking more stats. We're talking more positivity, but we're also calling out the haters, the Jalen Hurts haters, the Nick Sirianni haters, the people we've been telling all year, for years, that winning is all that matters. Getting the W is all that matters. And that's all that Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts do. But because some people feel like they don't do it the right way, so to speak, they don't do it flashy, they just find ways to win, it's not good enough. I'm calling you all out. And this is not directly at Pump Man. This is at a lot of people. The national media. Already trying to find ways to turn the tides negatively. Or, I was always on board with them. That's what I'm tired of. That's what I'm calling out today. That's right, Anthony. I mean, I feel your frustration in your wording here. F all the Hurts haters. Absolutely. Well, I say the same thing to all the Sirianni haters. Nick Sirianni, the only coach to ever make the playoffs all four of his first 4 years in the Super Bowl era. Make the Super Bowl twice in his first 4 years. The only coach to ever do that. 2 Super Bowl appearances in his first 4 years as head coach. Only one to ever do that. Jeffrey Lurie wants to buy the Celtics. I am not shocked. He wanted to buy the Patriots. Let's hope Jeffrey Lurie gets outbid on the Celtics like he got outbid on the Patriots, and in turn he buys the Sixers. He wants to own a team in Boston. I get that. That's where he's from originally. I would much rather him put those resources into buying the Sixers, but we'll see. Does any team or any city have multiple sports teams owned by the same owner? Like in the same city? Obviously, we know Josh Harris owns 3 sports teams in 3 different cities. If Jeffrey Lurie bought the Sixers from Josh Harris, would he be the first to do that? Oh, no. I'm not going to get upset if he buys the Celtics right now. Right now, I'm focused on the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and that's it right now. Jalen Hurts had an 85 percentile game by DVOA on Sunday. He only had 3 off-target throws, and he's going to even better in the Super Bowl. Look, the Jalen Hurts hate, it's crazy. Do you know there's only 8 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to play in 2 Super Bowls in their first 5 years in the league? Jalen Hurts is one of the 8, Anthony. Here are the other players that played in 2 Super Bowls in their first 5 years. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Big Ben Roethlisberger, Kurt Warner, and Troy Aikman, and I have one more name here, and John Elway. That's it. John Elway, Troy Aikman, Kurt Warner, Big Ben, Russell Wilson, Mahomes, and Brady. The only ones, along with Hurts, to play in 2 Super Bowls. But we'll still find a way to hate them. We'll still find a way to hate them. Jules Winfield says, Jalen is trash again. I dare you. Double dare you. Say Jalen is trash one more time. Yeah, exactly. Say it. Say it one more time. Say it. I double dog dare you to tell me Jalen Hurts is trash. I got Colin Coward out there saying that the Eagles won't do it. They won't even reach the red zone against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Yeah, we won't reach the red zone because we score on 40 and 60-yard runs by Saquon Barkley all the time. No need to hate at this point. Be wrong and go to a Super Bowl. I'll be wrong and go to a championship one any day. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree with that. I don't understand the hate of Hurts because he's doing what the staff is asking. He's doing what he's told to do. He's finding a way to win. He does it efficiently. He's got the record for the most playoff games without an interception. But it's not good enough. How many times have I said it? Winning is all that matters. When did wins not become a quarterback stat anymore? Because that's all you hear now anymore. Oh, all those wins in Jalen Hurts don't mean anything because wins aren't a quarterback stat. All that matters is winning. That's a great list. Crazy, well played in 2. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, Jalen Hurts has records. Jalen Hurts is tied for records. Brady, Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aikman, Elway. You're talking 3 of the 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time on a list, and Jalen Hurts is in with them. How about that? Good morning, Adam. Yes, 393 subscribers to start. Slowly but surely inching towards 500 subscribers. So just think about it, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button. Remember the deal. 500's the goal. By Super Bowl Sunday, I'll live stream the Super Bowl with all you crazies. 1,000 subscribers by Super Bowl Sunday, we become the chin of knowledge, not the beard of knowledge. Beard goes. I'm putting the challenge out there to you. I doubt it'll happen, but maybe. You never know. Philly fans are weird too. We are yelling at the team to run the damn ball. We do it, and then we play. Absolutely. It's kind of crazy, Duck. Kind of crazy the amount of complaining that everybody, even our own fan base, does. I mean, our own fan base, including you, wanted Nick Sirianni gone this year, before the season, at the bye. And here he is, the first coach to ever make 2 Super Bowls, to lead the team to 2 Super Bowls as his first 4 years as a head coach. What's up, Josh Allen? How you doing? We're giving you some content. Not a lot. Crazy Elway, stupid autocorrect. Look, Elway is a severely underappreciated quarterback in the history of the NFL. A wasted career. It feels like a little like Jim Kelly. It does. It does. Absolutely. Hurts through a clutch TD to A.J. Brown 100%. But I thought he couldn't throw. What's up, Anthony Bianchi? How you doing today? Hope you are well. Go Birds. Thousands. No, I will not. I will not. No. Not a chance. Oh no, Merkin of knowledge. The Merkin of knowledge. Now, I like chin of knowledge. I can't do chin A knowledge, like beard A knowledge, because that would just be China knowledge. And that just wouldn't work well. We'll go chin of knowledge. 1,000 subscribers by Super Bowl Sunday. That's the deal. 500, and I will do a live stream, but 1,000, and I will shave it all. Jim Kelly was such a great quarterback. I love that Bills offense. I think, see, the thing is, Jim Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls, 4 straight years. Didn't win any of them, obviously. I think us Eagles fans, older Eagles fans, that is, really respect and appreciate that Buffalo Bills era, maybe more than we should. Because, I mean, it was a great era of football, don't get me wrong. But we all latched onto the Buffalo Bills because they were playing the Giants. And then they were playing Washington. Then they played Dallas. They were playing our rivals every year in the Super Bowl. So we cheered against our rivals. We cheered on the Bills. We got to know that Bills team. We got to know about Thurman Thomas and James Lofton and Andre Reed, not just Kelly and Bruce Smith. We got to know all those guys because of who their opponents were. I admit I have an expectation of leadership, and Sirianni doesn't always match that image of a leader. I am a stoic, and that is what I expect of a leader. And that's fine. But I think you would agree and admit that not every organization, business, sports team needs that style of leadership to succeed. In certain situations, different styles of management, leadership are necessary. If I ran the pizza shop, Duck, in a stoic, way, nobody would work. Nothing would get done. I lead it in a fun atmosphere. I'm making jokes. I'm having fun, throwing things around, goofing around, keeping people motivated to be there. Everybody has to find, and that's not the way I've always been a manager. Just in my current situation, that's how I manage. Every situation requires a different style of management. And right now, the Eagles need the Nick Sirianni style. McNabb was our own Jim Kelly. He was. He just never got to the Super Bowl but the one time. But yeah, absolutely agree with that. A lot of wasted opportunities. Where would you rate Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas in the top 100 players of all time? I don't know. That's tough. I mean, Jim Kelly would probably rank in my top 20-ish quarterbacks of all time, probably. Thurman Thomas would probably be top 20 running backs of all time. But I don't know now as I'm older if I would put them how high. That's too hard to judge. 100 players I got to sit there and think about. But I would say in each position they're top 20 of all time. Was football a bigger deal back then? Less, more, the same? Back in the early 90s and stuff, it was different, Josh Allen, because back then, football didn't have social media. The world didn't have social media. Social media changed sports in general. So it might have been a bigger deal, but the instant reactions, the way you communicate, you had to open up the newspaper. You had to watch the 6 o'clock news. Sports Center wasn't on TV all day long. Times were different. So was it a bigger deal? Maybe not. But in our eyes back then, it was a major deal. I remember watching Jim Kelly in USFL with the Houston Gamblers. Yeah, we didn't really watch much USFL in my household growing up. It was NFL only. I really expect the Jim Kelly Bills, because I respect them. They never seemed to stop trying. They were just overmatched in the NFC East. Yeah. Agreed. But I think we latched on. If they would have played the 49ers one year, the Packers another year, I don't know, the Bears the next year, and the Rams the year after that, would we have had the same attachment to the Buffalo Bills as we did now? I don't know. Everybody loved Cunningham back then. I too remember I remember it. We just didn't watch it. Good morning, Bruce Bryce Harper. Hope you are well today. A true leader always reads the room and knows his or her personnel. Leadership always evolve and foster a 100% the definition of leadership. And 100% probably words written down in some book somewhere for Nick Sirianni to remind him that that's what he needs to be. Because let's be honest, Nick Sirianni yells at his players sometimes. Nick Sirianni will get in their face. He'll also pick them up. I mean, you look at the video, and I didn't see it on Sunday. I saw it yesterday, Marshawn. The video of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson literally crying into the chest of Nick Sirianni on the sideline after winning reaching the Super Bowl. Just think about that. A stoic leader. You never saw people crying into the chest of Bill Belichick. That wasn't the style of leader he was. Nick Sirianni is. So it's very interesting, okay? Phil just needs a Howie Roseman to staff his. I do. Howie Roseman, I got a list of things I'm writing down here on the next page of ideas for show titles. And Howie Roseman's name might be in one of the show titles coming up later this week, for sure. I like the title of the show this morning, as we always thought Jalen was a top. Not everybody did, but a majority of the core 12, outside of one or two, always were on board with Jalen Hurts. And the numbers prove it. I suspect with competition, most 90s look stars would 90s pie look stars would not be so good in modern NFL. Different athletes back then. Different style athletes, different style of games. McNabb was wasted talent because he was not given talent due to how the Eagles managed the cap. That's fair. And once he was given Terrell Owens, he went to a Super Bowl, right? I feel Saquon is top 3 of all time. Yeah, I mean, he's 26, 27 years old. It's too soon for me to tell. But this season, and here's more stats for you guys. We talked about John Elway. Most rushing yards combined, regular season and playoffs. Saquon Barkley is 29 yards short of hitting the all-time record from 1998 from Terrell Davis, former Bronco, who rushed for 2,476 yards in 98 from the regular season and the playoffs. Funny thing is, Terrell Davis is first and third on that list. His run, 97 and 98, legendary. People forget how great Terrell Davis was for a short burst there. And Saquon Barkley is about to overtake them. The big Eric Dickerson year where he had the regular season records, only 4th all-time, count playoffs. Saquon Barkley will be the all-time leading single-season rusher at the end of this season. That's crazy. Man, I would wait outside my house waiting for the daily news. We were Delco Times growing up. It was like book-style newspaper. That was always our weekday. We got the Inquirer on the weekends, the Saturday, the early edition. They were the go-to papers for us growing up. PFF ranks Sweat much higher than I thought. Josh Sweat's a good player. PFF is garbage. I'll just tell you that. I don't respect PFF's rankings one iota. I tell my team all the time that if they feel their voice is not heard in a room that's supposed to be collaborative, then they have my permission to leave. I like that, Marshawn. I like that. I like that philosophy right there. Good morning, Deebs. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're calling out all the haters. Although none of the haters are showing up today. That's right. Hit that like button. Hit that share and subscribe button. 1,000 subscribers. The chin of knowledge reveals himself. Feel Nick is a top coach, too, as he defends his players and also can stand up to the press and the fans. He takes the bullets from the press all the time, Bruce. Unlike a so-called Nick Nurse, who just looks miserable out there when he talks to the press. Yeah, Nick Sirianni is an excellent leader of men. Yeah, Bob Myers replaced Daryl Morey. I saw that. We're trying to avoid Sixers talk, Marshawn. Trying to. Outside of maybe hyping up the thought that maybe Jeffrey Lurie buys the Sixers someday. Trying. But we all knew that Bob Myers was Josh Harris's backup plan for the Sixers when he brought Bob Myers, a basketball mind, into Washington to help set up the Commanders. We all knew Bob Myers was a chance. And I hope they do. And I hope Josh Harris tells Daryl Morey he's not allowed to make a single trade a single asset. I don't want him ruining anything for Bob Myers or anybody else. By my own rule, if you, as a quarterback, make it to 2 Super Bowls, you automatically make the Hall of Fame. That's an interesting rule. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, 2 Super Bowls. There's not many quarterbacks that make multiple Super Bowls. There's a lot of great quarterbacks, Mr. Josh Allen, that don't make any Super Bowls. You know, so it's definitely interesting. The rules were different. The PI rules were very different. The holding rules and the expectation to it being applied were different. Absolutely. It's very hard to compare eras in all sports, realistically speaking. Hurts is a Hall of Fame. Think on that. I mean, he's only been in the league for 5 years. It's far too soon. If he won the Super Bowl and walks off and retired, it's too soon to say that. You wouldn't be able to put him in the Hall. But if he keeps up his trajectory, absolutely. Absolutely, there's a chance. At this rate, 5 years, 2 Super Bowls. If he's in 4 Super Bowls in 10 years, absolutely. I still firmly believe Jalen Hurts will win an MVP in this league, too. It's called tabloid, Phil. What's tabloid, Phil? I don't understand that one. Did I miss something? Everyone craps on PFF because they suck ass, PFF. I watched Terrell Davis and Barry Sanders, and if they were playing today, they would kill every team. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Barry Sanders, obviously, and Terrell Davis, they were two. Terrell Davis was more the power back. Barry Sanders could run with power, but he definitely was very good at juking and jiving. It's kind of the best of both worlds. Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time, in my opinion, without a shadow of a doubt. Phil, I feel better. I feel betting has made people less respectful of their teams. That's actually a fantastic point. While gambling is not going away, what's not going away, it has ruined the integrity of sports and the integrity of fandom for sure. I mean, I just made a joke the other day, a couple weeks ago, that Saquon Barkley sliding down instead of running for that touchdown week 1 of the playoffs, the wild card round against Green Bay, cost me $200. I was just joking. I even put it in quotes. I'm just joking. And people still attacked me for it. I vividly remember getting excited about reading the newest article from Phil Jasner. Love that man. Was one of my favorite writers to read. And then when they brought out Daily News Live in the early 2000s and he would be on it, I had to watch it every single time. How good is Sweat? Sweat's a very good player. Bet on himself, took a pay cut this year to stay in Philadelphia, and is now a free agent, is going to get paid somewhere. 100%. A while ago, I went back and watched a bunch of highlights of Dick Night Train Lane. And man, the game was so different then. Yeah, absolutely. Much more physical game. We're smarter now, though. You have turned my opinion on Sirianni's leadership style and have to adapt my own perception. It's, you know what's funny, Duck? It's the same argument that has to be made to the people that criticize Jalen Hurts because he's not the classic drop back quarterback. Anybody that criticize running quarterbacks and their ability to win games. Football's different. Quarterback is played different. People have to change their perception of what a modern quarterback is. I'm changing your perception on how Sirianni's leadership style is. There's different perceptions in this world, and it's very important. Hall of Fame rule is for quarterbacks. Gotcha. I will have some respect for Joshua Harris if he replaces more with Bob Myers. Yeah, that would help. Will Josh Allen ever accomplish Marino? Losing in a Super Bowl? I don't know. By my rule, he Hall of Fame to me, led to 2 Super Bowls. We gained 3 more subscribers already today. Fantastic, guys. Anybody new watching right now? Got 17 people in the YouTube room. There should be 17 likes on this video. We're at 396 subscribers. Maybe we'll get to 400 just by the end of the day. 104 away from 500. That's the initial goal right now. Oh, you're talking about my newspaper. Yeah, tabloid. Delaware County Times was not a tabloid. It was a real, legit newspaper. I don't even know if it still exists. I'm sure it does. I mean, I don't know who reads newspapers anymore. I know there's some old timers out there. Big Ed, wherever Big Ed is these days, I'm sure he still reads the paper every day. But I can't see there being much material in the newspapers anymore, considering everything is online these days. PFF is made of sets. I firmly believe this, Marshawn. I've said this many of times that PFF makes up their calculations differently every single week, every single game to meet the narrative that they want to put out there. They change the calculations to meet a narrative. Anthony, exactly. The NFL was all about violence. And the thing is, it was all about violence back in the day. But we're smarter now. We don't need the violence now. We know more about CTE and stuff like that. So we don't need to be that violent. You can still hit hard. But the violence, the unnecessary violence, the unnecessary concussions, we're smarter than that. Hall of Fame talk is too soon. Absolutely. I think TMZ is just, spitting around some stuff there to see what sticks. But at his current trajectory, sure, we might be talking about that in a couple of years, for sure. Phil Jazz, he did hate Allen Iverson. I know. But he was still such a well-respected writer. I feel you're a top Eagles fan, even if you bet because you have integrity. It doesn't matter if I have integrity. Do the betting sites have integrity? Do the other people have integrity? Do the refs have integrity? That's why I bet so little football anymore. I see you deleted this comment. I don't know why. I'm still going to put it up here, buddy. Funny watching clouds. Yeah, exactly. Now they're all trying to get on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon. They're all trying, Andrew. 2 different tapings of Daily News Live. Really? I would have loved an opportunity to be on Daily News Live. That would have been so awesome. Shows like that just don't exist anymore. Local sports content, live sports content, just doesn't exist anymore. You'll have more YouTube traction if you do more watch-alongs. I'm going to try. Unfortunately, I got my first taste of it the second to last game of the season. If I could get home, if we get to 500 subscribers, but if we get to 500 subscribers, no matter what, I'll do it. It just might start late. But if I get home enough in time on Super Bowl Sunday from the pizza shop, I will definitely do a live watch party. And I'm going to try, even though the Sixers suck after the season's over for the Eagles, I'll try to do one watch party for the Sixers a week. I'm going to try during baseball season to do some baseball watch parties. I absolutely agree. Gained a lot of traction on Sunday with the game. Absolutely. I will try my best to do more of them, and next year I'll try to do more of them. Periodically pick up a newspaper just for nostalgia. Yeah. I remember going through the newspapers, checking the classifieds for job opportunities, looking at when I was in college, looking for places to rent. If I needed a new place to live. There's so many things in a newspaper back then. Maybe collaborative with other Philly content creators. I try. You guys don't like it when I have guests on here. You're not a fan of me with guests because then I get harassed for ignoring the chat. Phil Big Sills. I actually had a thought to do that. And I'm like, no. And y'all would remind him in the chat how much I crush him. What's the line on my Eagles? It started at 1.5 points. The Eagles are underdogs, and I love it. Plus 105 money line Eagles to win, which I'm all over that. You can see a few more NFC championships and Super Bowl appearances for Hurts and the Eagles. Absolutely. We talked about it last year. They got this big window open. And their cap space, I mean, they've got over $30 million in cap space already next year. And that's without Howie Roseman doing any renegotiations. So, yeah. Two generation likes newspapers. Yeah, Big Ed. Hookup cable will go extinct post boomers. I don't know. I think cable's going to eventually make a comeback, in my opinion. I'll watch baseball and Sixers with you to support the brand. I appreciate that. You can do it from the pizza shop. We don't care where it's the hangout value wall. Yeah, we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. It was fire having you stream, but I was too nervous. I gotcha. Classifieds is wild old. Yeah, man. It is. How about the Flyers 6-3-1 in their last 10? Hey, how about that? Good for them. What's up, NLE Sports? Jalen don't play like the typical standard pocket quarterback. Shut up. Yeah, absolutely. And we if you're just joining us and esports, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, share this show out. We were talking about because there's somebody in the chat, Duck, who has not been a Jalen or Nick Sirianni supporter. And I'm explaining to him that different leaders, lead different ways and evolve, opinions on that. And Jalen Hurts is not the classic quarterback. But there's a lot of non-classic quarterbacks in the NFL. A lot of non-classic quarterbacks that also don't get the respect they deserve because, it's not classic. We have to evolve our opinions on evaluating quarterbacks in the NFL. The modern day quarterback is different. There are no Joe Montanas growing on trees right now. Chat going to be ignored sometimes. A massive collab with Deebs and the boys, even Big Al, would be amazing. Because it's going to be a long 2 weeks. Well, for a lot of reasons. So we'll get into that later. Please don't have Silio, and he is a racist POS for sure. Why would you go on your show a vice versa exposer? What? Why would you go on you show a vice versa? I don't know what you're saying there. All Silly Man will say is that he played the game and with Brown, so your opinion doesn't matter because of that. Yeah, I could never do that. Pizza shop, nah. Before the Super Bowl, can't be at the pizza shop streaming because it's just so busy. As soon as the game starts, I plan on being home. It's just how much time. But we could do a different time. I was thinking I got my old soundboard over there. It still sort of works. I was thinking of bringing that down to the pizza shop soon and setting up a mini studio down there and doing some slow afternoon content. I'll just be upfront with the guests that be prepared to field questions as a format. Yeah. Did Mitch teach you to? I actually know how to do a lot more than people realize. Don't say Jalen don't play like the typical standard pocket quarterback, but you can't stop his style of play because you're talking points. So I'm like, look, I've given the stats. He is one of 8 quarterbacks in the history of the Super Bowl era to make the Super Bowl twice in 5 years. That's what's so special about him. Brady, Mahomes, Elway, Russ, Big Ben, Warner, Aikman. They're the only quarterbacks to do what Jalen Hurts has done. I'd do a show with you talking Eagles and pizza. Hey, we can talk pizza all the time. All day, all the time. Hurts showed he could play pocket quarterback and he could play a rushing quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. Phil, you should do something with Shane. Hey, Shane's been on this show probably more than anybody, borderline more than anybody over the last 3.5 years. I haven't had Johnny Page on before. And, of course, I work on Shane's Half's Pinball Podcast Network with my other audio show, the Eagles Checkdown. So make sure you guys are following Shane Half's Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I hope Vic can confuse Mahomes sometimes. Because here's, I haven't really dug deep into the Chiefs stats yet, but I do have one not so good stat about Patrick Mahomes, okay, for the Eagles, okay, and it involves Vic Fangio. I did not fact check this, okay? This was from a content creator posting this. I'm assuming it's accurate. Patrick Mahomes, in his career, is 8-0 when he goes up against Vic Fangio-led teams, defensive coordinator or head coach. 8-0. Now, some of that was because Fangio was the head coach at Denver, and they played twice a year, and Denver was terrible those years. But Mahomes has never lost to Vic Fangio. February 9th seems like a good spot to start that, right? Why would a person go on your show as a guest or you go on theirs, exposing others to your show? It's great to clap. And I try to clap. The problem is just time for me. I can't do as much. I try. When I get requests, I try to do every request to come on my show as possible. Problem with getting guests on here is a lot of people work in the morning. They're getting their kids off to school in the morning. It's hard for me to get guests. There's not a lot of people available regular to come on this show. It was easier for pocket passers when defenses were designed to stop the run. Absolutely agree with you on that. And that's why we talk about the spy is not necessary anymore. A new Eagles pinball roundtable show would be easy to set up. Man, you guys want me more? You guys always want me to do more work. I'm already doing 6, 7, 11, 12 shows a week. Yeah, we could do another show. Why not? Let's do a roundtable. Let's set it up. How about a Sunday roundtable in the offseason? An Eagles roundtable to get us through the doldrums of the slow offseason of football. Missed this and true. Yeah, absolutely. I love the Eagles check down today. I meant to mention. Thank you. You know what? It's so easy for me to do it when Shane offered me the opportunity. It was so easy to jump in and work with them, but also, to do a 10-minute or less podcast every morning talking Eagles when I prepare content for this show every day. It's so easy to do it. It's so easy. And yeah, some of the stats that I'm giving you today are the same ones I give you on that, but that's a quick short form version. I read he was 6. Okay. I saw 8-0, but I didn't fact check it. Maybe it's 6-0. Maybe it's 6-0 as a head coach and 2-0 against as a defense coordinator, something like that. Desai beat Mahomes with that offensive defense. There you go. That's a great counter right there, Marshawn, for sure. Eagles pit and pull roundtable would be awesome. Yeah, we could do a pit and pull roundtable with a rotating guests and stuff. But I feel this team has more talent on D than ever before. So I hope the Super Bowl can be different. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I mean, Zach Bond, Quinny Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter. So it's a much different defense for sure. Miles Sanders had 16 yards in the Super Bowl. Jalen had to be Superman because the best run game did not show up. Well, let's hope Saquon Barkley shows up. And look, Kansas City's defense isn't bad. They're not elite, but they're not bad. They got Steve Spagnuolo, one of the better defensive coordinators of the last 20, 30 years. Very smart, aggressive defensive coordinator. He is going to build a game plan to stop him, just like he stopped Miles Sanders. Now, I think it's imperative that Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson get healthy so they can both start. Not a knock on Tyler Steen, but we're better off with those two starting than just one of them or them rotating. So we need those guys healthy, without a doubt. It is not very many people who are talented enough to host this show. I think I'm a better host than I am a guest. I'll tell you that much. And that's my personal opinion. I'm a better host and I'm a better interviewer than I am an actual guest on shows. That's my opinion. We go to Camelot. Uncle Vic will figure it out. He has a young and talented team. Yeah, absolutely agree. Word up. Yeah. To breast Mahomes, you must contain. To beat Mahomes, you mean? He was Mike Tyson from Punch-Out. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Good morning, little G. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Not us literally, but figuratively we are. Sanders, yeah, that was a waste of money they gave him. You're probably right as what I read. Oh, no, I might be wrong. Sometimes when I do my research for stuff, I don't always have time to fact check every single thing. I do trust far too many content creators to put out legit information. Won't lie. Best defense Vic has ever had. KC won't be able to run it this time. People forget it was the running game that turned the Super Bowl against KC. Absolutely agree. Didn't the Chiefs give up 147 yards? Something like that. Actually, nope, I took it down. I had it up, but I don't. God damn it. That sucks. A lot of our weaknesses have been mitigated this season. Even our strong safety or SS or special teams safeties room has leveled out because Uncle Vic's changed what he's asking them to do. Better cornerback and linebacker play. Absolutely. I just look at Nolan Smith. I mean, we can do the stats on Nolan Smith. The stats on Nolan Smith, just in this playoff run, 16 tackles, 4 sacks. The most sacks by any Eagle in a single playoff run. Just compare that to Hassan Reddick from 2022. 9 tackles and 3.5 sacks in that run. Give some credit to Howie Roseman. Not giving up on Nolan Smith. Willing to trade Reddick. Just remember that. To be clear, this D will be Eagles' hardest. Barkley can exhaust them. Absolutely. It's a treat to have Tom Brady explain the game from his perspective, the greatest football mind in NFL history, and he's dumbing it down for the audience. Look, I hated Tom Brady at first this year. I got used to him this year. Wasn't thrilled with the game call this past weekend, but I give Tom Brady credit. Tom Brady don't got to be doing it. He don't need the money, but he's giving it an effort. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, Big Al, the way you phrase this. We hated Randall, or we loved Randall. We still love Randall. There are probably Eagles fans that would rather Randall over Hurts. What did Randall ever do? Yeah, he made highlight reels. Never won a playoff game with us. Just be ready to stop the double mug. They will be testing Jurgens back and Dickerson's knee. Yeah, we got to get them healthy. I'd come to the shop too. Hey, everybody wants to come to the shop. Everybody wants to go to the shop except for me. Phil, is Barkley better than Sanders? Yes, he's better than Miles Sanders. And that's an awful Bills O-line, but Spags is a big – that's the thing. And the last 5 words here, Spags is a big stage coordinator. It's so true. So true. And this is going to be, like, obviously, Patrick Mahomes. I was reading something. I didn't write it down. I figured I'd save it for next week. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs offense, it's a dink and dunk offense. They don't have big explosive plays. You know, I know Xavier Worthy is a scary threat. Pacheco is a scary threat. But they just dink and duck. 4 yards here, 8 yards there, 6 yards there. They don't have many throws over 20 yards or air throws. The game is going to be won. I'm fully confident that Vic Fangio can find a way to contain Mahomes. 20, 22 points. That's it. It's can the Eagles offense beat Spags? Will Kellen Moore be distracted? He interviewed last night in person with the Saints for their head coaching job. Is he distracted this week at all? Is he got his full attention on learning what Spagnuolo is going to do? That's right. Can we? Thumbs up. I don't know how many people are watching on YouTube right now. Let's see. 22 people in YouTube. There should be 22 likes on this video, and hopefully there's more than 396 subscribers. Guys, like and subscribe. There should be 22 likes on this video right now. Can we get to 20? Can we get to 20 likes? We got to like 25 yesterday. James Cook was killing KC, and the Bills stopped using him. Saquon going to run wild. Yeah, Colin Cowherd trying to trash talk the Eagles yesterday, saying the Eagles won't reach the red zone against KC in the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? They won't need to because Saquon's going to score from the opposing team's 40 every single time. Brady does kinds of need the money. Does he? Why does he need the money? Between Giselle and the FTX debacle, wasn't that his like crypto investment that failed? I'm sure he's still got plenty of money. I didn't like Brady calling all season, and this weekend wasn't much different. A little bit more prepared. Yeah, look. I mean, it is what it is. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Doesn't mean he's a great announcer at all. And I'm not a Greg Olsen fan, but I felt bad that he got demoted, and he had to take a pay decrease to stay on with Fox when he was just as good, if not better. Not to say he's great, but he's better than Tom Brady. Marshawn might be right. Marshawn's always right? Brady's 10 times more tolerable than Romo. The thing is, I thought Romo was really good at first, but I think Romo has regressed as an announcer. What channel is the Super Bowl on this year? Who are we getting? Are we getting Fox? Are we getting Brady? Are we getting Romo and CBS? I don't even know what channel the Super Bowl is on this year. Veach is versus Howie. Okay. I would put CJ GJ on Travis. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're going to do with Travis Kelce. I know he didn't have a big game this past week, But last round, the divisional round, he had a huge game. Travis Kelce is the biggest threat to the Eagles defense. Based off of what Zach Ertz did against our defense, just think about that. Zach Ertz, Eagles all-timer, older, end of his career, had 11 catches for over 100 yards against the Eagles defense. Travis, if Zach Ertz can do that, Travis Kelce with Patrick Mahomes throwing the football can put up 200 yards against us if we're not careful. I don't think any one player can stop Chauncey. Travis. It's going to be a collaborative effort between Chauncey, Zach Bond, Oren Burks, all of them. I know. Oren Burks was in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs last year playing for the 49ers. So we've got that added little bit there. Not all the time. Maybe. I have zero concerns of Moore leaving for an awful situation. Yeah. Nobody wants the job, but Moore does want to be a head coach. The latest crew since Cold Crush. What? Hell, I'd come to the shop, pizza and the Philly. You want me to do a live Philly stream from the shop now? Okay. I love Brady on the call. I don't love him. I don't hate him. I'm kind of neutral. Did you see the way Ertz scowled at the Eagles sideline at the end of the game? Like a scorned X, yeah. Look, and Ertz, there are some rumors that he would retire. He's not. He said he's going to play more. I love Romo on the call. I used to. I think he's regressed a little bit. I think Greg Olsen has been awful. He has been awful. But I think he's right. I think you're right. I think there's a little resentment there. He literally had to take a pay decrease and get bumped from the main games because of Tom Brady. And I get it. That's a business decision. You have a chance to put Tom Brady on the call. Easy promotion, right? Bigger money. You can sell those ad rates even higher. Juju wrecked the Bills. I'm not scared of Juju. Me and a buddy have fun trading Romo-isms during games. How bad he has gotten. Wow. I can't unless he calls an Eagles game. I don't really listen to him. Got to tackle because Pacheco runs hard. Pacheco's a fiery little monster for sure. He can definitely run through people. Romo's first year was great. Last season, best. This season, he's been on the ball again. Maybe I just haven't watched a lot of this year. Special teams also sunk the ship in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, our special teams has still been hit or miss, in my opinion, this year. Some people tired of Romo calling the play, and also people notice the longer away he is from retirement, the less accurate he is at anticipating plays. Yeah. Look, the calling the plays out, I didn't mind that at first. It did get a little annoying, for sure. But again, he's now had, 3-4 years of doing it? Whereas Tom Brady's in his first year. You know, Tom Brady's also part owner of a football team, so he can't go to any of the pre-production meetings. He's not allowed to do that. So, I don't know. I read that the league network told Romo to stop predicting the plays. Not sure if that's true or not. Knowing the lack of integrity that the NFL has, why would we be shocked if that's the case, Anthony? Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. So, yeah. Romo took a vacation during the season. He's just cashing checks anymore. Tony Romo wants to qualify for the U.S. Open. The golf U.S. Open, that is, K1. Just so you know. So, yeah. Last year, y'all's secondary would be toast. Well, we didn't make the Super Bowl last year. Let's go over the secondary numbers here. We went from the worst secondary last year. So far in the playoffs, 3 games. Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, each have been targeted 15 times. Cooper DeJean has given up 10 catches for 97 yards in 3 games. It's about 3 catches a game for about 32 yards a game. He hasn't given up a touchdown. Quinion Mitchell, in 3 playoff games, has given up a grand total of 5 catches for 24 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That's less than 2 catches a game, less than 8 yards a game, and no touchdowns. The turnaround from the secondary. I don't know who I want to give. Who do you give more credit to with the turnaround in the secondary? Howie Roseman for drafting 2 young stallions like Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. Vic Fangio for getting young guys like Quinion and Cooper ready to dominate, instilling the confidence. I mean, Terry McLaurin was guarded by Quinion Mitchell on Sunday 48 times, 75% of the snaps. There were 48 snaps, pass snaps. 36 times Quinion Mitchell. So 36 out of 48 times, Quinion Mitchell was on Terry McLaurin. In those 36 plays, he had 1 catch for 7 yards. Plus got his interception. Who gets the most credit for this turnaround? Is it Howie Roseman for making those picks, not outthinking himself? Is it Vic Fangio for instilling that confidence? Or is it the players get the most credit for buying in and doing the work? At least when Tom Brady talks being in a big game moment, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When was the last time Tony Romo was in a big game? It's not hard to call out plays if you pay attention to preset formations and defensive alignments. I mean, for people that pay attention. I mean, I don't pay attention to that stuff. The only thing I can really call out before plays is one-on-one coverage for A.J. Brown. I know when we could go to him. Greg Olsen, I can't, not since the great non-call comment and the false start in the second Commanders game. Look, yeah, I mean, they're all going to have their biases. We're at 24 concurrent viewers on YouTube right now, guys. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. There should be at a minimum 24 likes on this video. Please, and there should be more than 396 subscribers. Please do that for me, guys. Appreciate it. Howie goated. Howie is goated. It's the whole team. Absolutely. What's up, Kim Cannon? Super Bowl on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. That means we also get Erwin Andrews as well. All right. It's a Fox game, so we're going to get nuts. You know what? Honestly, you saying this doesn't shock me. All the money they spent on Tom Brady, all the promotion of Tom Brady, kind of makes sense that they would do that the year that they get the Super Bowl, right? I mean, so if it's a Fox game, we're going to get their A team. And Kevin Burkhardt, he's not awful. Not awful. But Tom Brady, it's going to be interesting. Have any haters shown up? Not really. Not the real true haters. I kind of swayed Duck's opinion a little bit today on Nick Sirianni. But that's about it, Rourke. But none of the Hurts haters have shown up. They don't dare show their mouths. They're all trying to find ways to backtrack what they say. Only Phil pays attention to sideline reporters. I don't. I think she's actually overrated in both aspects, her work and her appearance. That's just me. I think she's very overrated. I just threw her name out there, whatever. Top drawer analysis. What? I got top drawer analysis for you on your work, but no haters are going to show up. The haters are, either doing one of two things. They're trying to double down and continue to say it, or two, they're trying to flip the script. And I've seen some of them try to flip the script and say, I've always been them. You just misunderstood me. Always. That's what they do. Is Jeffrey Lurie reading rooms and being able to both take chances and pivot from mistakes? Every single transition has netted results, even Chip in year one. Yeah, Jeffrey Lurie is the gold standard of sports ownership. That's why I wanted to buy the Sixers and not the Boston Celtics. He knows how to run an organization. He knows how to spend money, correct mistakes. Be like, look, the Sixers, the only organization in Philadelphia not to congratulate the Eagles, the Sixers. Why? Jeffrey Lurie, if he was the owner of the Boston Celtics, which he's trying to buy the Boston Celtics right now, if the Eagles beat the Patriots, or hold on, if the Sixers, I'm trying to figure that out. How that, hold on. He owns the Celtics. So if the Patriots beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he was the owner of the Celtics, hold on, if the Eagles beat the Patriots, he would have, you know what I'm getting at anyway. I can't get the words out, but you know what I'm getting at. If it was the roles were reversed, Jeffrey Lurie would still put out the congratulations. Good morning, Eric. The Gatekeeper show can officially begin. I think I speak for Eagles fans worldwide when I say we forgive Tom Brady for cheating in 2004. Maybe not. I wish Josh Harris would sell the Sixers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. And that's why when you see the rumor of Jeffrey Lurie wanting to buy the Celtics, I don't want him to buy the Celtics. I want him to buy the Sixers. But I understand why he wants to buy the Celtics. He wants to buy a profitable franchise, profitable business, not a failing one. Haters are now sarcastically pumping us up. Yeah, basically. Why can't Lurie? I don't know. I mean, I don't think Josh Harris wants to sell the Sixers at this point. He's leveraging for money. When that new stadium opens up, he's going to make so much more money. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Josh Harris is a money man. That's it. Lori, make sure he has good staff below him to deal everyday stuff. He's willing to make changes and correct issues as needed and won't allow his ego. Absolutely. Don't get it wrong. Jeffrey Lurie only cares about one thing: trophies, not money. I mean, he's a Hollywood producer. When he has his Hollywood bigwigs over, all he wants to do is show his trophy case. He's got Oscars in there, and he's got a Super Bowl title in there. He wants more Super Bowl titles. Maybe he wants an NBA championship in there as well. That's what he cares about, his trophy case. That's all that matters to him. Can you own teams in the same city? No, I don't think anybody does that, but I'm sure you could. I don't think there's a rule that says you can't. He is also, and like we've said in the past, he wanted to buy the Patriots, not the Eagles. We lucked out there. He got outbid by Robert Kraft to buy the Patriots. He was one of the finalists to buy the Patriots all the way back in the early 90s. Lost out on him. That's fine. So I get why he wants to buy the Celtics. Haters find a hate. Yep. I'm not sure I could overlook a Celtics purchase, but I can certainly understand enjoying kicking Josh Harris's ass. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think a year or two from now, if that goes through and Lori does buy it, we'll cross that bridge when that bridge comes. But I also don't think owning the Celtics, his hometown team, would distract him from running the Eagles. See, that's the thing. Josh Harris is distracted from the Sixers because of the Washington Commanders, which was his ultimate goal. Jeffrey Lurie wouldn't get distracted because he's an elite owner, because he understands how to read the room. He understands that every investment needs his full attention. Absolutely. 100% he is awful. Lurie has a trophy wife to take care of too. That is true. And you know what? I love how cordial he is with his ex-wife still. And the fact that his trophy wife and his ex-wife are cordial as well. I think it's probably the 8% ownership of the team that he gave his ex-wife, or whatever that number was, that keeps them cordial. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got 2 or 3 Oscars. And he cares about that stuff. Mr. Pagula owns Sabres and Bills. Does he? Okay. So the Bills owner owns the Buffalo Sabres. So why didn't you answer this before? Because I've asked this question multiple times. Do I like Method Man? Yeah, Method Man. Method Man's cool. Old school. My dad never got to see the Eagles win a Super Bowl. I will never forgive Brady. Never. Yeah, neither did my dad. And that's unfortunate. I always tell the story about my dad about when we were watching the 93 World Series and Joe Carter hits the home run, and he was so upset because he lived 6 more years after that, but he didn't know how much longer he had. I know he wanted to see a sports championship with his boys. I know it. I know that Joe Carter home run wrecked him. All billionaires are sociopaths, in my opinion. Just because they own a sports team, doesn't change that. Are they all sociopaths? They're definitely all egotistical. They're all definitely divas. Maybe they're sociopaths as well. Is Lurie grooming his son? I don't like that worked out for Mars. Look, I think Jeffrey Lurie's son is being groomed. It's going to be one of those organizations where it stays in the family tree for a long time, for sure, in my opinion. Will it work out? I don't know. You hope Jeffrey Lurie's son is learning. Now, whereas opposed to Jerry Jones and his situation, his son's learning, but he's learning the wrong way in Dallas. He's learning the failure way down there in Dallas. And Jerry Jones's son is learning how to be, I don't know what you want to call it, from his dad. Jeffrey Lurie's teaching him the right way to do it. Kid says, rumor has it that Chip is returning to the NFL, going to be the OC in Houston. Really? I haven't seen that rumor. Whatever. I don't know how I feel about that kid. I mean, let's be honest. He was semi-successful with the Eagles. He was just very egotistical, talking about egos and whatnot, and sociopaths and whatnot. That was Chip Kelly. But he is an offensive mind. The problem is, I don't think Chip Kelly ever learned to adjust his philosophies when it stopped working. That's correct. Leaders at that level are sociopaths or high-functioning sociopaths. One or the other. Yeah, he's talking about Chip Kelly. Oh, we want Ryan Inley. Ryan who? Um, if I was a billionaire, I'd be a multimillionaire because it ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. The core 12 would be rich. Phil would be on TV. Hey, yo. Yeah. Got to play the lottery for that, though. D'Amico Ryans, and he did get along. D'Amico Ryans, he did. I'm not sure what you mean there. We want Ryan. What? You, Eric, what up? Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to become Eric's best friend because he offered to share his billions with the core 12. Exactly. With the core 12, with the billions, I guarantee the show would have more than 400 subscribers. What are we at? 396 still? I guarantee we'd be over that if Eric was a billionaire. Let me check here on the side screen here. We're at 398. We've gained 5 more subscribers today. Not too bad. And the show has 24 likes on it. Not too bad. There are 26 people watching right now, but only 24 likes. That means some people haven't hit that like button. But we're so close to 400 subscribers. Then we're going to really push hard for that 500. We are. Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan was interviewed, but so was everybody else for the Jets job. Laurie's kid has been working in every department since his teens, from what I've heard. Solid man and understands the organization well. Yeah. He's literally made him do everything but sell hot dogs, probably, at the stadium. He's learning every aspect, equipment. He's learning locker room management, travel. He's been the assistant to the traveling secretary. He's literally done it all. So he's learning the way of the ropes, for sure. What about Cowboys DC? For Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan's done. When Eric buys you and Phil, you won't have a hair on your head. Yeah. He can buy me out. Sure. Rex Ryan had a foot fetish, that's for sure. D'Amico Ryans played for Chip Kelly and is now head coach. Gotcha. I get what you're saying. Look, that was when he was he with the 49ers at that time? Is that the era we're talking about, Nooms? That's fine. Look, Chip Kelly has some offensive ideas. He hasn't been bad since going back to college. Not great, but not bad. If Chip Kelly can control his ego, Chip Kelly could be an asset to an NFL franchise. Someone asked about Method Man. I saw him and Redman open for Bad Religion at the Truck. I got a funny Method Man and Redman story, but it's too long to get into in this show right now. Dougie Marrone hired. Really? Who hired him? What's goody? I'd be flooding the chat. Every comment would be. I'd really be getting $500 super chats for real. I mean, I still couldn't get them until I get to 500 subscribers, but that's about it. Method Man is one of the alerts on my Sirius XM radio. So when there's a Method Man song comes up, it peeps and lets me know. One of only what? There's only 4. Let me see. Who out of R&B and rap artists, how many are alerts on my phone or on my app? It's Method Man, it's Tupac, it's Bone Thugs, and it's Bone Thugs, Tupac, Method Man, Snoop. Always is. You gotta have that, and Eminem. They're the alerts for hip hop and rap artists on my Sirius XM in my car. He's saying Chip Kelly was D'Amico Ryan's head coach in Philly. I was in Philly, not San Francisco. Gotcha. I forgot D'Amico Ryan's played for the Eagles briefly. If I were a billionaire, none of y'all would know it. Absolutely. None of you would know if I am too. I'd still do the show too. OC for Texans, yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, what? Oh, so OC for the Texans is already hired as Marrone? Interesting. What if Chip Kelly would take like a quarterback coach job? Hey, we might need an offensive coordinator next year. Maybe Chip Kelly comes here. That would be an awful decision, but Anthony, do you know your place? Is this in this picture right? Anthony is my man. I love him. Do you have bars, Phil? What do you mean, do I have bars? I mean, there's bars in every town. Do you have bars? I'm not sure what you're asking there on that one. Explain, mister, and then I will answer better. Chip Kelly is the Eagles' water boy and equipment manager. Yeah, put him in the back closet like Howie Roseman had to go to, right? Make him stay 1 year there, and then you can let him out and have a job again. You better get a soundboard if you got Vanderbilt money. Yeah, this would be a much more professional setup if I had that kind of money. That's how you know. Can I rap? No, I cannot rap. I can sing, but I can't rap. Well, I can repeat pre-done raps from the radio, sure. I can't freestyle, okay? I just can't do that. Cannot do it. I used to have a hell of a singing voice Don't anymore. My voice is shot. I used to have a hell of a singing voice, for sure. But not anymore. The voice I mean, you guys know VCP. There's a reason why you guys call me VCP. Let it rip, Phil. Fire off some. No. I am no good at that stuff. No good at that at all. But yeah, I used to have quite. I've always been a music person. Music has always been a very important part of my life. Hence the piano keys tattoo. All right. Hence the bubbles up tattoo. All right. Where do you think all that comes from? Phil is holding out on us. Nah, man. I would. If I could, I would. Because you guys would laugh your asses off. That would boom this show up. Someone would share out Phil dropping bars. Sorry. Missed out on that. It kind of went over the head when Mista said that first. But yeah. Not holding out. I would definitely drop some if I could. But that has never been my thing. I could talk for hours like this. But actually putting a rhyme together and a beat together, no, I can't do it, man. Just not my style. Not my style at all. My style is, as we hit the hour mark here and reset, you're watching Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. Talking and calling out all the Jalen Hurts haters, calling out all the Nick Sirianni haters. It's time to apologize to them all. That's what today's show's been about. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and share button. Please. Greatly appreciate it. Phil would be a great sinner on the next Philly special Christmas album. Nah, man. I don't have the voice anymore. I don't. I was in choir. I was a cantor at my church. Sang in musicals. Did the whole song and dance routine. Did it all. Hosted karaoke on cruise ships and DJ'd. I used to have a voice. And then it just, I don't know. It got really raspy. Got really sore. I can't do it. Now, when I'm in my car, I crank up those tunes and sing like there's no tomorrow. Absolutely. Nothing quite like singing. Music does so much for me. Tay and Phil. No. You won't see me doing a duet with Tay, okay? That's for sure. Too many joints. Phil, can we? I get what you're saying now. Maybe. I think it would probably have been too many cigars if it was going to be something I smoked when I was in that age where I start to lose it. Can we see us singing a song and dance routine? No, you cannot. If I had a voice still, I would, but I don't. No. All those years of crooning Elton John and hits blows out. Yeah. I think I sang much more Billy Joel than I did Elton John. I was always much more of a piano man than a rocket man. K1. Much more fond of the piano man instead of rocket man. But I have seen Elton John in concert a few times. A few times with Billy Joel as well. Fantastic performances. But Billy Joel was always my guy. Billy Joel was the piano man to me. I played the piano to be like him. Good morning, Jose. Padre Philip is here. Just chiming in and thawing out after 2 hours of shoveling. Where are you at again? 2 hours of shoveling? God, that sucks. We might actually hit like 42 or 43 here in PA today. We might. I'm trying to look it up now. I have missed phone calls too on my phone. Yeah, we're looking like a 40-degree day today, 47 tomorrow. That sucks. Jose. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, upstate New York. That's why I thought it was upstate New York, for sure. So that sucks. Now you should go hang out with Josh Allen's Bills. Is what you should do. Phil playing the piano at the Noom Marcus. Yeah, no. Not playing. I don't play piano anymore either. I'm still nervous. I'm not satisfied, happy, and I'm not celebrating either. Job's not finished. Tiger, spot on. 100%. Job's not finished. That's why I didn't go buy an NFC Championship shirt. I didn't, because I don't care about the NFC Championship. I care about one thing. That's the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Winning the Super Bowl. Go bless your knees and pack it. Exactly. Padre Phil, I am blessing you, Jose. Here. There you go. Padre Phil, your knees and back will feel better in the next hour. For sure. Shout out Lockport. Is that where all the snow is right now? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway, we're still calling them out. Duck, you got that right. Yep. Absolutely. We are going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super. This is the most song and dance you get. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's it. That's all you get dancing and singing out of me. That's it. You got your Kobe face on. Yeah. Father Phil be like, in the name of the Padre, the song. I don't remember my Latin very well. Talk about that, Father Phil. If you haven't watched Conclave, you got to go watch it. We watched it a couple weekends ago. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie, Conclave, just so you know. What song and dance do we go with a Super Bowl victory? I don't know. As long as it's not dancing on your own. As long as the Eagles don't break out dancing on your own this week, that's all that matters to me, K1. What's going to be the song of choice at the Super Bowl parade on February 13th? I put Conclave in my queue yesterday. Good. Good for you. I don't mean that as a good for you. No, I mean good for you. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal. Especially, I love the religious undertone, the religious movies like that as well. Phenomenal performance by Ralph Fiennes, as always, as expected. 100%. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Yeah, there we go. Dude, I hate the song too, Big Al. Absolutely hate. I said it last year, get rid of it. And they brought it back and it ruined last season. Kobe Bryant said, job's not finished. I'm going to stay. You know, it's funny you bring up Kobe Bryant. Facebook memories get me all the time. Facebook memories get me. I'm going to pull up this Facebook memory here, okay? You guys won't be able to see it. Actually, the pictures won't show up on my Facebook memories till tomorrow. But today, 5 years ago, you can't even probably see that on the camera. My Facebook memory is me checking into the Sixers game. I was at the Sixers game today, 5 years ago. And why is that significant? Because today, 5 years ago, is when the Sixers honored the passing of Kobe Bryant. And let me tell you something. I've been to a lot of sporting events in my life. I know I don't go to them now, and I criticize going to events now. I've never been to a sporting event quite like the Kobe Bryant tribute game. Literally, a packed Wells Fargo Center. You could hear a pin drop in the opening moments of that game. Pin drop. They had this big purple light right on his number. The arena went purple before. Let me tell you something. One of the eeriest, oddest feelings ever is going to a sporting event and hearing 20,000 people be silent. It was something. It was something special. It was. And it was 5 years ago today. Can't believe it's been 5 years ago. If we win the Super Bowl, will you do the Jilly dance while rapping? No. You will not see me dance or rap ever. Ever. Had to look it up. Weird thing. I would have no it if I heard it. Phil should do an entire stream and laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I had to look. I'm trusting you. Yeah, I would know it if I heard it too. I get it, but yeah. Mr. Iezzi's Latin may have made my mind like a steel trap, like he used to say. Latin will make your mind like a steel trap. But I don't remember it. I remember my I forget what they're called, the letters after words, like O-T, O-Mustis N-T or something like that. I forget what they all were. Puella. That's girl. I remember that. Funny how YouTube was so overloaded with Commanders content and now they're back in hiding. Yeah. They came out of their crutch or their caves for the first time in 30 years. Now they're back into their caves again. That Mamba mentality, something. Well, Mamba mentality is something, all right. All this rapping stuff. Dear Catholics, speak English. Yeah. Don't speak the dead language. I'm not getting ahead of myself. No jumping the gun. Yep. Did you see the Dijon on the Zamboni? I did see a quick short video of that. Yep, absolutely. Why Latin? Jesus never spoke Latin. I don't know. Who are we parlaying with the Eagles money? Josh, what's up, my man? How you doing, Siegel? Hope you are well, my man. Look, I got a free $27 bet thanks to the end zone touchdown thingy. I've got my bets in for the for Pebble Beach, but I got a $27 free bet. So I've already bet JT. I've already bet Burns, Rye, and Spawn. I'm debating here with my $27 free bet. Go with a long shot, someone like Tom Hoagie. Go with a favorite, someone like Patrick Cantley that I think can win. I don't know. Maybe we go Scheffler and an Eagles money line. Ooh, that would be good. I think that's something right there. I don't think an all Aramic. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it would either. It's about the election of a pope, and there's drama created for for the movie Magic, but the actual process that they explain of the pope, the voting process for the next pope is 100% accurate. Wasted career. He spoke Spanish as far as I knew. Jesus was great that way. Yeah. But yeah, Josh, maybe a Scotty Scheffler Eagles money line. I don't know. Not Rory. Never picked the loser from the TGL to win the next week, right? There won't be any fairweight heaven tonight, guys. No fairweight heaven tonight. Maybe no training in the AM tomorrow either. I got some personal things to take care of. Stay up to date on social media or on this YouTube page. I'll let you guys in on a little secret later. Nothing show related, personal wise, that I got to take care of. Yep, sorry. I got something unfortunate that I got to take care of tonight. Don't want to, but got to. So yeah, I'm not going to feel like streaming tonight. Not going to feel. I don't even feel like streaming today. If my energy level's been down, I apologize. That's I got some tough stuff to do tonight. So wasted career, all the Jesus I know. Yeah, look. Let's not get too deep into our religion, just like we don't get deep into politics here. Not at all. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up for the day. Honestly, you'll find out. I'll just say it now. Unfortunately, we have an appointment to put one of my dogs down tonight. Old man Al, he's in really rough shape. We got an appointment at 4:00 today, and I haven't really felt like doing this week at all since we made the appointment Sunday night. Try to give him a couple days of fun, but it's not going too well. So, yeah, doing this show today was very therapeutic to me, but I'm really struggling to stay focused. Really am. He's been my buddy for 5 years now. We adopted him when he was 12. He's 17 now. Yeah. It's been tough. I've been trying to keep it up. I'm trying to use this as a distraction. I'm not even going into work today. We're just taking the day off. We're closing the shop for the day, and we're just going to spend the day with him. The vet comes over at 4:00, then I got to take him away. Yeah, it's going to be a tough day for me. And I'm not sure. I doubt I'll be able to do one tomorrow, guys. And that's why there's no fairway tonight. There won't be a show tomorrow probably, but I'll try to get back on the train on Thursday, guys. I really will try. And I appreciate all your comments, guys. I really do. I do. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. So anyway, yeah, something like this. I finally get the go ahead to take a day off from you for this, guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one today. I mean, it's never easy. And it's not the first pet I've lost, but yeah, this one's gonna be a tough one tonight. So anyway, with that being said, we gave him cheeseburgers the other day. We tried to give him chicken nuggets last night, and he won't even eat anymore. So yeah, he's pretty much won't eat or drink anything anymore. Yeah, I didn't even think he was gonna make it through the night last night. So I mean, 17, he's had it. Yeah, Bubbles Up is the feeling of me today. Bubbles Up means a lot to me, and Bubbles Up will be what I need today. So I'm hoping to try to get the energy to come back to you guys on Thursday. I am. That'll be the goal. I'm going to need the day off at least tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, guys. So with that being said, we'll just end it like that. Bubbles up, guys.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 pop.